What is up, folks? This is Ericast, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. Alright, so we're picking up right where we left off, and we're going into this horrible hallway. It's not quite as horrible for me as it is for Melee, because I don't have to worry about hitting these walls, but it's still not a very nice place. So just watch where you're backing up to, because there is a gap between the wall and the staircase, and if you're rolling backwards you can roll right off the platform and go splat or splash into lava. I suppose it'd be more like a spoof or something, I don't know. Purple. Since lava isn't, I mean, yes, it's a liquid, but it's not. I want to make sure that I have plenty of time. I forgot about that guy. It's a very viscous fluid. It's not a very fluidy fluid. Alright, so if you can, try getting this guy to... He's going to flatten me, but I'm hoping he gets flattened himself. Oh, nope. He didn't. Darn. Well, I can hit him a few times from here. So I knew I was going to get flattened there, but I was hoping he would get hit by this drop thing here. It's not really a guillotine, but it has that same kind of... It's a drop trap. And it's meant to make you go. Alright, so now you have to deal with these things, which are kind of not cool. I would recommend running and not trying to grab the item there. Because if you try to grab the item while those things are still on, you will die. Now, I remember up here on... Oh, that's different. On New Game Plus up here, there is an invader that you have to deal with. That is really, really nasty. Thank goodness he isn't there now on normal. Let's go and light the bonfire first. We're going to head back to Majula in a second, but I want to go and pull this lever. Because actually it might be good to leave those on if you're on New Game Plus, because you can lead the invader into... That's what all those bloodstains are for, by the way, is the invader. You pretty much just don't know until you do New Game Plus. Or is it New Game Plus Plus? I don't know. Either way, he is really, really rough. One of the harder ones. Not the hardest, but one of the harder ones. But if you leave the fire on, you might be able to just catch him in the fire and have him burn to death that way. So if you're on New Game Plus, I would recommend trying to do it that way. That might be a good idea. Alright, so 43,000 spells. That's pretty good. I mean, spells. Souls.
Bearer of the curse.
That's pretty good.
Seek the... lest this land...
Alright, so level up. Now, I've got my int up to 38. 50 is pretty much as high as you want to go, unless there's a certain spell that a certain dark spell that you're after. I think there's a couple spells that require you to have more than 50 intelligence, but nothing really big, and those spells actually aren't even that great. So, adaptability I would like to get up higher, but I did say that I wanted to take vigor up to 20. Alright, so we're 1200-ish short. Okay, so that should be easy to get. Okay, so let's go ahead and do... No. Let's do... I don't know how much this gives me. I can't remember. Alright, so then I should be able to do one of these. That'd be fine. Yep.
Bearer of the curse.
Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna be 6
Seek so...
short.
Seek the... lest this...
Alright, so let's go do one of the Fading Souls, because those give us 50. Right? Yep, 50. Alright, now I have enough.
Bearer...
Alright. Level up. And this will give us 20, which with our ring should be just fine. The +1 I would recommend using. The +2, it depends on how much you have, how much health you have. Under 20 vigor, I would not recommend it. Even with 20 vigor, I probably wouldn't recommend it. I mean, if you think about it, I think it takes you down by exactly 50%. So, if you have 50 vigor, it'll take you all the way down to 25. At 20, it'll take you to 10, which is pretty much what you start off with, which is not good. So I would use the +1. I probably wouldn't use the +2. That's just me. Unless you're doing co-op with somebody. If you're doing co-op with somebody, like you're doing all of the areas with them, then, you know, I would say go for it. But if you're not, you're just going to be flattened. So I just wouldn't recommend it. Alright, so let's go ahead and head off to this horrible place. Now, I haven't done this as a caster in a while. Well, actually, I haven't done it in Melee as a while. I used to really have it down, but we'll see exactly how down I have it. Why does somebody leave a sign there? People leave signs in the strangest places, and you're like, what? I think it's one of those things like, you know, woohoo, I got here and I didn't die, which is actually kind of fun. Just doing stuff like that, you know, just trying to see if you can get somewhere. Lightning short blow +1, that's actually pretty good. Alright, now you can get away with not aggroing him. You can't with this guy because you can get past him. Oh, roll! And that didn't work. Okay, not gonna... did I not die? Oh, okay. I was like, surely I died. Okay, so that was actually kind of pitiful. Not kind of pitiful, it was really pitiful. Alright. So, let's try this again. Oh, by the way, just hold down and press B, or hold B down as well, to slide down the ladders. Just in case you didn't know. Let's slide back down here, and we're just going to use the Great Heavies to start off with, because the other ones just don't do enough damage. And I'll be a little bit more cautious with these guys. Oh, please. There we go. That time it worked like it was supposed to. And that guy is just being deaf. Of course, you know, being within all that, you know, heavy plated armor, you could really hear all that much. Isn't that pretty? Deadly, but pretty. So, we are going to go face another end boss. Do I want to summon anybody? Don't think I do. Let's go ahead and try it a few times by ourselves. I might end up summoning somebody. Basically, he's Diablo. Alright, so this is the old Iron King. And if he has spells, I would recommend using them now, because you can actually burn him while he's walking off. Okay, so let's go ahead here, and they should stop. I wasn't over just far enough. So there is a place over there where you can stand that they will not actually knock you off. If you're not in that exact place, then it will knock you off. So you really gotta know where you're standing. And unfortunately I didn't. So. Alright. You might be able to roll through that using invincibility frames. I don't know. 2, and then let's get out of here. Let's trigger his attack. These spikes on the wall, as you can imagine, will hurt you, so don't... Ironclad leggings. I will never use them, because they are really, really heavy, as you can imagine. Alright. Yeah, let's try this again. Unfortunately, after you fight him once, he'll not go to the same spot he did last time. Oop. Hey! I hit roll. Come on, heal. I'm trying to roll through that. Oh, you can. Pretty easily, actually. And I rolled too early. Let's heal. And then... Okay. Like I said, I'm not used to doing this as a caster anymore. First few times I did it as a caster, I think. But it's really all about rolling through his attacks. And knowing exactly how he attacks. That's pretty much every boss, but it's this guy even more so. Because his attacks will just flatten. Usually 1 or 2 hits will just kill you. I'm trying to run through this again. Yeah, that worked. And I'm out of this. And don't roll too early because that will be the death. Nah, didn't work. And this is the one I always have a problem with. Usually that one will one-shot you, even if you're at full health, so it's pretty risky. I'll probably do this on camera one more time, and then stop with that. I don't want to show you guys me dying too many times. If I was doing a stream, it'd be something different. But I don't want to have videos that are just me dying over and over again. I don't think that's all that interesting. And, I mean, I don't know that that's something I would want to watch. I do watch recorded VODs of streams. So, you know, I do actually watch that sort of thing myself. But it's not one of those 30-minute video formats. I mean, it's something that you just have on a screen that's off to the side while you're doing something else. So, let's go ahead and use an effigy. And then we'll go ahead and use one of these to heal up. And then we will do the boss one more time on camera. And I'm not too worried about the souls I'm dropping because it's not that many. It's about 1,000 per pass, so... Actually, these are pretty good. So. Oh. Okay, I do one more. Oh, that was greedy. Oh, that was actually really close. If you're melee, you want to attack him whenever his fists are on the ground. That's basically your key to attack. Casters just, you know, do it like I'm doing it. I haven't found a better way to do it, honestly. Just this side, and then it should be okay. Are you just gonna do this over and over again? Okay. Whoa. Okay, that was a greedy one. He is. He's just doing it over and over and over again. What? Okay. Well, if you really want to do that... Oh, great. I'll be able to just finish them off. I don't want to get too greedy though. One more spell cast should do it, but... Okay. Better to just take it, you know, a little less aggressively. Just be a little bit cautious and you'll be perfectly fine. Even if he had hit me once, I still would have been okay. So... Okay, let's see what's in this chest now. I'm not even guessing what's in chest now. Petrified something? Okay. Why are there those down here? It's really odd. Okay, so this is the bonfire for this one. Primal bonfire lit. And since... I don't know, can I go down here yet? I don't know if I can or not. I can. Cool. I haven't tried going through these in a game that I haven't already completed all of the main storyline. Interesting. I don't think I'm going to quite yet though, because I'm just not prepared to be able to go into these areas. So let's go ahead and just head back. And I'll go through these at the end. Even though there's some pretty awesome stuff. But in this area particularly, there's a sword that I want. But there is no way I'm going to be able to kill the end boss at this level. So let's just take the primal bonfire back home. And level up.
The soul and the curse are one and the same. Your soul has grown stronger still. I only hope it brings you what you wish.
Level up. Alright, so what do we want to work on now? Not really strength. I think we might work on adaptability. I think that's a pretty good choice. Because that'll up our agility quite a bit. We're going to be a little bit short of making 15. I'm going to look at some stuff real quick, and then I'm going to be right back with you guys. I'm just trying to plan out exactly what I want to do with my stats. So, we'll see you in a second. Okay, folks. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it into adaptability. I can almost get another attunement slot is the only thing. You get another one at 30. But I don't have... Actually, no, this is what I'm going to do. Alright, so go ahead and I'll confirm this. And the reason for that is I want to be able to equip Slowfall for the area that we will be going into soon. And as well as a few other things. Okay. So let's go ahead and go in here. And I'll just use this one. That should give me more than enough souls to, to get another level.
There, lest this...
Alright, level up. And, yeah. So let's go ahead and put one more into here, and that takes our slots up to 6. Awesome. Confirm. Pretty soon we're going to be putting them into getting our agility up, because adaptability is really important for that. It increases your invincibility frames. Invincibility. There we go. Say that correctly. And it allows us to drink our Estus flask more quickly. So, which way do we want to go first? Do we want to go down first? Or do we want to go that way first? I actually didn't equip another spell, did I? I didn't. Oh, and when you use a primal bonfire, it doesn't repair your armor, and it doesn't give you back your spell uses. So before you go wandering off, you need to make sure and take care of that. Alright, so attune spells. Let's Let's go talk to the guy that the other guy I was talking about. The guy that Masrold was talking about, just to introduce ourselves to him. Because he is a character that I want to, even though I'm not going to use his sword, I want to be able to get it. And his armor I think you can get as well. So let's go ahead and head over here. If you go ahead and summon him at the different places. And being able to summon an NPC is actually really nice on most fights. There are some fights you don't want to, but there are a bunch you do.
Have you business with me? The way yonder is all blocked up, you see, by this god-awful statue. Heavens above! Who thought it a good idea to put it there? Oh, I'm in quite the pickle now. See that statue? Gives me the willies. You stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive. It just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen round these parts. Hey, you don't think a real-life person was turned to stone, do you? See that statue? Gives me the willies. Hey.
Alright, that's all he has to say for now. Our dear Bernhardt. So, as you can see, there are bloodstains everywhere, and there are really good reasons for that. Because this area is not a very nice place. Not nice at all. If you have a sword that is more of an area of effect weapon, like a broadsword, I would recommend using it. Because, if you can. Because this area is, well, you'll see in a minute. And I'd recommend breaking down the doors. Oh! I could have sworn I didn't see anybody in there. Okay, well, you're dead at least. Oops. I keep thinking I have my binoculars up, but I don't. And 3, I think I got. Oh, 4. Okay, that didn't sound good. But they'll all get activated as soon as you break out one of them. So, I would recommend that you be very careful. Because they're not nice. And try not to hit Bernhardt, because, or Benhart, because if you hit him too many times, he'll just get mad at you and never like you again. Alright. So that part isn't that bad. It's sucky if you get stuck in here while what's going on, but not too bad otherwise. Oh look, it's a person.
Thank you. I've been petrified. Hard to speak. Give me a moment, please. I'm fine, I think. No. I'm fine. Really, I am. My name is Rosabeth. Thank you so much for rescuing me. Oh.
you're that traveler. I still haven't thanked you. Well, I'm quite a hand at pyromancy. So perhaps you could consider this my thanks. I was attacked and turned to stone, I think. I owe you my life. If you had not come... Oh, I feel shameful wearing these rags. I hate to burden you further, as you've already saved my life. But just look at me. My clothes are in tatters. Do you have any clothing that you could spare? I'll take anything, whatever you don't need. I'm not particular when it comes to apparel. Anything at all will do. Just put it on the ground, and I'll change into it later.
Okay, so you don't actually have to put it on the ground. You can do it this way. And I'll give her my imported stuff, because I'm not going to use it. Tunic, and it doesn't look terrible, so... You actually get this stuff. If you're wanting to collect one of everything, you actually get it every single playthrough. So, you can have more than one set of it. Alright. Yep. And let's see if she has anything good to buy. I don't really think so. Not at this point.
I have my very own teacher. His name is Carillion of the Fold, a famed sorcerer in Malphia, our hometown. I was fascinated by sorcery, and so, well, he's so unique, you see. When he set out for Drang Lake, I couldn't let him go alone. But we were separated, quite early on, I'm afraid. I'm rather unskilled. My lord probably ditched me.
Probably.
But, oddly, I'm a fast learner when it comes to pyromancy. What we're fascinated by, and we're skilled at, are not always the same thing. Why can't I just focus on what I truly enjoy? Oh dear, I shouldn't be so choosy. It's hardly my place. I have my very own...
Okay,
When
that's
he
all
set
she
out,
has to say now.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy for this gift. After I change into this, I'm heading for Majula. I'm not sure where I might find the Lord.
Majula.
But perhaps Majula is my best chance.
Alright, so you only have to give her one piece of armor. You don't have to fully equip her, and she'll head back there.
What? Clearing the way was your doing, was it? Didn't think you had it in you, pal. No. That's not like it sounds, you know. It was a pleasant surprise, that's all. Name's Ben Hart. Thanks to you, I can resume my journey. If we share the same path, I'm sure that we are going to meet again. I'll repay my debt to you in battle, and I swear it by my sword. The road ahead's going to be long, but I'm here to help. I am it. It's a true man who honours his debts, and I'll see mine paid. I swear it by my ancient sword.
Alright, so he believes that that sword is the Blue Moon Greatsword, which is what it looks like. Whether it is or not, well, you just have to find out later. If you don't already know. You might already know. But the Blue Moon Greatsword is it's a really iconic sword that you get in the first Dark Souls. Yeah, so this area, be careful. That's the trap she fell into. But the real trap is much bigger than that. Because just like the other room, each of these rooms has their own occupants. And, alright, so another... This is kind of off topic, I guess. Especially since I'm doing this room, which can be a bit of a pain in the butt. One of the nice things about the staff that I'm using is that it's short. As you can see, it's very short. So when you cast a spell, your spell begins at the end of your staff. I mean, that may sound like a silly, obvious thing, but it's really not, because you don't really think about it that way. I mean, when you're casting, you expect to hit whatever's in front of you. And these guys are supposed to jump down and try to kill you, by the way. But if you jump up onto one of these ledges, it won't activate. Or the trap won't activate. Oh, hello. Huh. You're not supposed to see these guys for a long while. But anyway, so having a short staff is actually a really good thing, because later when you use a staff like the Staff of Wisdom, well, the Staff of Wisdom is the best staff that you can get as far as spell power goes, but not only is it a little bit slower than this one, it's also a heck of a lot longer. And that's a serious problem, because if an enemy is charging up to you and they get right in your face and are about to attack you, your spell will start at the end of your staff, which is going to be on the other side of your enemy. So you've got to really watch it and be careful. So that's just a word of warning as far as casting spells go. So if you're worried about the length of your staff, then stick with this one or the Staff of Armana, which is also a very good staff. It's kind of a blend between the Staff of Wisdom and this staff, Sorcerer's Staff, that I'm using now. It combines length and speed and spell power, so it's stronger than this one, but it's also a tiny bit slower, and it's a little bit longer. Not really long like the Staff of Wisdom is. But again, we've come up against the end of the episode, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and we'll continue on next time and see where we find ourselves. Alright, so until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day.